Hey everyone, hope you've had a great week. Let's start our Friday on a good note with some invasive species action. The series where we run Hoenn Mons and Kanto Mons and Hoenn to see which one of the pair performs better in the region in which it is not native to. In our last run, Ninjask had quite the interesting performance, and I'd say Beedrill here has its work cut out for it. There's an in-depth explanation of the rules in the description below, but here's a quick recap. Only Beedrill in battle, only held items are allowed in battle, we run on max IVs, I choose the hidden power, nature, and ability if applicable. Not only that, but each mon gains access to an egg move, and unfortunately for Beedrill, the Weedle line doesn't have any egg moves. And to keep this fair, I have a fun little compromise, which I'll address here in a sec. But first, let's check out Beedrill's base stat total. HP and speed are passable, decent special defense, and solid attack, but we have pretty subpar defense and special attack. Looks like we've got another glass cannon run on our hands, although our special defense is quite a bit better than that of Ninjask. A bug poison isn't the best type combo, but we don't have any ×4 weaknesses, so that's nice. And fortunately, we have the stats to take advantage of our move pool. Speaking of moves, well, we got another case of a terrible starting move, although after that Dratini run, I am very happy to work with Fury Attack, even though I hate this move. 85 accuracy, base 15 power, and it hits 2 to 5 times, so it's always random. Unfortunately, we're going to be stuck with it for a while. At level 20, we get Twin Needle, and that's where the run I think will really pick up. Won't take too long to get to 20 either, if we have decent luck with rare candies through our team of Zigzabros. And the fact that, unlike Ninjask, Beedrill is not in the erratic level up group. Medium fast isn't the best, but yeah, I'll take it happily over starting out in the erratic level up group. This list of TMs makes up for Beedrill's pretty lacking level up moveset. It's not a terribly impressive array of moves, but most of our moves are physical, and that's good because that's what we're going to be focusing on. Now, because we always allow a single egg move and Beedrill lacks one, so my solution was to pick the Fire Red move tutor list and see which one we like best. And, well, judging by what we're seeing here, yeah, I think we know what we're going to go with. I thought this was a fair compromise. And just know that for Kanto Mons, I'll be pulling from the Fire Red move tutor list if an egg move is not available. Hoenn Mons like Dustox and Beauty Flight, when we get around to running them, we'll have access to the Emerald move tutor list. Only reason for Emerald is because there's no move tutors at all in Ruby Sapphire, and it would be very unfair for a mon to lose out on an extra move that is normally given to a Pokemon via the egg move list. Well, I'll see you guys at Restboro Gym, where we'll be quite a bit higher leveled, because I really doubt you want to watch me grind using Fury Attack and missing like crazy. But yeah, spoilers, that happened quite a bit. You know the saying in Pokemon, if it doesn't have 100 accuracy, it actually has 50. Our luck with the Zigzagoon pickup armies getting us rare candies wasn't too bad. Between Swords Dance and Twin Needle having the same type attack bonus and the fact that Roxanne doesn't resist the move, we should be alright. As we arrive to face Roxanne, we're at level 17. But as mentioned before, our pickup RNG wasn't too bad. 3 rare candies will get us to 20, and we can take a crack at her. Roxanne leads up with Geodude. As always, we're gonna go for Swords Dance, and right away we get crit by Rock Throw. That's pretty rough. Despite that though, Geodude goes down to 1 Twin Needle. And we double crit Nose Pass. Like, yo, what? That was the most Gen 1 fight ever. I love it. Well, I thought that was gonna take a handful of tries, so let's move on to Brawly, shall we? Considering that Bug Poison double resists fighting moves, the only threat on that team is gonna be Machop's Seismic Toss. Now, Brawly does lead off with that Machop, and what we're gonna do on turns 1 and 2 is use Focus Energy and Swords Dance to try and get as much damage as possible, and there's the Seismic Toss. We're gonna go for Fury Attack. Yeah, we're still using that. Machop uses Bulk Up, Fury Attack crits, takes it down. And against Maki to check that out. 4-hit Fury Attack takes it down. Yeah, it's bad that that was our best move for that fight, but at least it was a very easy first try. As we get ready to battle the Cycling Road rival, we're just over 2 hours, so gotta pick up the pace here. And now, ideally, we want 3 Swords Dance, and, well, thankfully, Brendan just keeps going for Splash, sitting there and letting us power up to all +6. He does go for Rollout eventually, but it's way too late for that. We're gonna go for Fury Attack against Combuskin, as it double resists Twin Needle, only 2 hits take it out. Thanks, Brendan, for reminding us of why Wally is actually our rival, and not you. Unfortunately, Wattson's next, and we don't have anything good for his team, so let's go Swords Dance Twin Needle and hope for the best. We have the Sherry Berry for 1 Thunder Wave, and unfortunately, we don't one-shot with Twin Needle. That could be a damage range, though, so let's try again and see if that's the case. Alright, we're gonna try again, go for Swords Dance, Sherry Berry cures Thunder Wave Paralysis, and that looks like a 2-shot. Okay, that is a damage range. We probably rolled very low last time. I decide to set up Focus Energy against Magneton. We get paralyzed. And unfortunately, we lose a turn to Paralysis, get hit by Sonic Boom, and hit ourselves. That's a reset. Next attempt, we crit Magnemite. Very nice. We'll set up Focus Energy against Voltorb. It missed Sonic Boom, too. That's real nice. And we crit Magneton with one of the Twin Needles. That's cool. Wattson heals. We don't lose our turn to Paralysis, and both hits of Twin Needle crit, taking out the Magneton. That could have been way, way worse. You know what's not worse, though? Maxie, and of course that fight always can go south because of Sand Attack, but this fight, pretty simple. We're pretty over-leveled, we have Swords Dance, and we only missed once thanks to Sand Attack. The fight I'm actually concerned about is Flannery. I think that goes without saying due to us being Bug-type and her whole team having same-type Overheat. You know, as we prepare for her, I gotta say, one thing that's awesome about Pickup in this game is that we almost never have to go shopping, but I'll get to that in a sec. Turn 1, Swords Dance, Sunny Day, alright. Turn 2, Swords Dance and Smog? What? Lady, what are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, there's Overheat, and we do survive, a testament to our decent special defense and Slugma's terrible special attack. The million-dollar question is, do we one-shot Torkoal? And the answer? Yeah, we do. Wasn't even a critical hit, that was awesome. Against Norman, we have a Chesto Berry to cure Yawn while we set up Swords Dance. Slacking and Vigoroth go down. Turns out that Slacking 2 is not a one-shot. That was probably a low damage roll, so while Norman heals, we'll go for Swords Dance, and guaranteed we finish it off. But yeah, getting back to an earlier point, yeah, with Ruby Sapphire Pickup, you almost never have to go shopping. In fact, the only shopping I do in these runs is when I need to buy repels. I like to buy 10 regular repels at Petalburg when we go there for the first time, and then I'll buy 20 super repels when we get to Fall Arbor for the first time. And if for some reason I need more, I'll just buy some max repels over at Moss Deep City. Alright, it's Flying Gym time. Let's go, Beedrill. As we get ready to battle the Swallow, whom she leads off with, I'm just gonna rearrange my moves here real quick. Been meaning to do that. Go for Swords Dance, it goes for Double Team. And after we set up all of our Swords Dance, Swallow's evasion's pretty high. We're gonna go for Focus Energy, and we crit with Twin Needle to take it out. Pelipper goes down on turn 2 because of Protect. Altaria is a one-shot. As for Skarmory, well, okay, that was a crit, so I guess we'll never know if we could have one-shot it, but that's cool. And although these fights look pretty easy with Swords Dance, I mean, Swords Dance is a super useful tool. Just imagine how hard this run would be for Beedrill without Swords Dance. I mean, yeah, we'd still have Focus Energy. That's a good move too, but it's no Swords Dance. There's a reason why Game Freak decided to not make it a TM after Gen 1, and in Fire Red, it's locked behind the post-game. I believe in Emerald it is as well, as the Battlefront here, if memory serves, is also locked behind post-game. It's just an amazing move. As for the Psychic Gym, we do have Twin Needle, but they're also super effective against us, and there's 2 of them. Our buddy Tailow's there to just take a hit. He can just spam Focus Energy, which doesn't affect the battle at all. I did say that if Taillow survived in one of these fights, I would run as Swallow a bit later on, but, well, unfortunately for that little guy, that's probably gonna have to wait. And we get crit, so that's a reset. Alright, second try. Going for Swords Dance, Taillow goes for Focus Energy, Hypnosis Miss and Sunny Day, okay. Down goes Lunatone, and well, Taillow, we got one more chance, buddy. And Solrock goes for Flamethrower, but hits Beedrill with Sunny Day still up. That's pretty bad damage, I have to say. And, wow, that was, okay, we're gonna run Swallow at some point, and we're gonna have to decide on who Swallow's parallel is, but let's focus on Beedrill's run. Alright, as Mighty Enda comes out, we go for Swords Dance, we get it with Scary Face, and then we get it with Swagger because we're slower, but we got the Person Berry just for such an occasion. Mighty Enda's the one-shot with Twin Needle, Camera Up's a one-shot with Hidden Power Ground. Crobat goes for Confuse Ray, but we do not hit ourselves. Flawless victory. Okay, for Wallace, we're gonna take out Love Disc right away and set up on Whiscash. Swords Dance, Earthquake deals 60 damage, Swords Dance, Amnesia for all 0 special attacks we have. And with 2 Swords Dance plus return, the rest of Wallace's team is a very, very easy one-shot sweep. Only thing stopping us from getting to the Elite Four, the League, is our little pal Wally. And Wally here on this channel, well, we always have the most constructive things to say about him. But because I got greedy and went for another Swords Dance, if that crit, Wally would have taken us out. But he didn't, so the rest of his team is also a one-shot sweep. I mean, can you blame me for getting greedy? I mean, come on, it's Wally, guys. How hard could he be? Alright, we're gonna go run a couple of errands, including getting the Shell Bell, which will add some time to Beedrill's final score. Now, I could just set the clock forward with PK Hex, but I'm gonna use that time to go ahead and voice other runs, the runs that you've already seen leading up to this point. We haven't seen the Shell Bell since Rattata, but I do think that Beedrill is going to need it. Alright, against Sydney, we're gonna go for Swords Dance on turn 1, and oh, Sand Attack, what a surprise. Thankfully, we do not miss against Mighty Enna. We actually have a very good match against this team. Next up is Shiftry, who is double weak to Twin Needle, so that's gonna be a one-shot, and I gotta say that critical hit, completely unnecessary, but I enjoy it all the same. Next up is Absol. That thing has crazy high attack and Rock Slide, probably why he sent it out, but doesn't matter. We don't miss, we actually crit. Bye-bye. Next up is Cacturn, also double weak to Twin Needle, but unfortunately we miss our first attack. We get hit by Cotton Spore, so now we are slower. We get hit by Feint Attack, we miss Twin Needle again, and get hit with another Feint Attack, and we miss again. Finally, we do not miss against Cacturn, although our health, it's seen better days. Last up is Sharpedo, is faster thanks to Cotton Spore, and does a ton of damage with Surf. If we miss, we're gonna lose here. Thankfully, that does not happen. Yeah, gotta say, that wasn't the smoothest first attempt against Sydney, but I don't mind it because we don't have to fight him anymore. Well, maybe, if we fail at some point, even after we use rare candies, we'll have to fight him again, but at that point, we're gonna be a lot stronger. Anyway, it's Phoebe time. How long before she uses Curse? Well, it leads off with Confuse Ray as we go for Swords Dance, and of course we hit ourselves as it sends off a Future Sight. Hidden Power does good damage, and there's Curse. Well, I guess we can check out how much damage we're going to deal going forward. Out comes Sableye thanks to a crit, we take it out. And we're going to check the damage we deal against Bayonet, and the answer is not enough. Now, as we play the Curse Lottery with Phoebe here, let's come up with a strategy. I don't think we have to use our rare candies right here, right now, because we can equip a Persim Berry, and if it goes for Confuse Ray, that's a free turn to set up. Problem is, it likes going for Confuse Ray. We saw that in the Dratini run. That was a thing of beauty, too. But I think we can hold off on our rare candies now, because we do need to get a little bit of luck, and that luck involves us not hitting ourselves in Confusion, and Dusclops not going for Curse. That's not very likely, but 1 in 4, there's definitely worse odds we've had to contend with here on this channel. And believe me, I am very tempted to use rare candies. I consider it. If it takes too long, I'll go ahead and pop them. Well, in this attempt here, we do get hit with Confuse Ray twice, and we don't hit ourselves, go for Hidden Power. Shadow Punch dealt very little damage. Well, one-shotting Dusclops means we're one-shotting the 2 Bayonets and Sableye. As for the second Dusclops, yeah, we do. Very nice. And before we fight Glacia, we're gonna go and slap on TM31 Brick Break and get rid of Twin Needle. That move has been awesome the entire run, but we're not gonna need it going forward. In fact, her entire team is weak to Brick Break, so all we gotta do against Glalie, who loves going for Hail on turn 1, is set up Swords Dance and sweep the entire team with Brick Break. Yeah, I'm sure I wasn't shattering any of your guys' expectation with that. We have decent attack, Swords Dance, and again, they are weak to Brick Break. Would have been cool if we used Light Screen, though, so we could have just shattered the barrier and then take the team out. Alright, against Drake, we get hit by Rock Tomb. Oh, that sucks. And we do not one-shot it with Return after Swords Dance. Oh boy. And you know what really frustrated me here is that I forgot to get the White Herb. I've actually been forgetting to do that quite a bit lately. We haven't needed it that much, but here I think we would because we're weak to Rock Tomb, and Shelgon does hit reasonably hard. But the reason why I'm persevering is because I want to at least make it 2 Salamence to see how much damage we deal. And I'm also working on a bit of a strategy with setting up Swords Dance. Yeah, Salamence, with a speed drop I'm realizing now is going to be faster than us. Very unfortunate. It could miss Fly, 5% chance, but nah. So we're going to pop our 11 rare candies and then try again. We're going to attack Shelgon here because Flygon will always go for Sandstorm on turn 1. That's a free turn for us to set up. Now, the 2 Flygon I'm not worried about. We can definitely one-shot them, but with Intimidate from Salamence, can we seal the deal? Well, we get a crit, so I guess we'll never find out. And Altaria obviously is no problem at all. Alright, so, Steven, gonna be hard getting by Skarmory. Our best move for it's Brick Break. Deals neutral damage, but Skarmory has really good defense and can just waylay on us with Aerial Ace while we're trying to set up. Combined being weak to same type Aerial Ace on top of our bad defense, yeah, I'm sure this is gonna go great. But he could go for Spikes on turn 1, which he does not. We get hit by Aerial Ace pretty hard. Oh, we get crit. Yeah, that's a reset. Well, that's happened a couple times in this run, getting crit and resetting. That's like a theme for Beedrill. Okay, on our next attempt. Swords Dance on turn 1. Aerial Ace deals almost 80 damage. A little bit more, actually. Alright, well, we got to attack now. We go for Brick Break. He goes for Stealing. Steven, like, what are you doing, man? Also love that Shell Bell actually saved us from fainting there. Well, Steven heals. We go for Swords Dance and one-shot Skarmory with Brick Break. Kraydilly's a one-shot. He sends out Claydol next. We're faster. One-shot with Return. Armaldo comes out next. One-shot with Brick Break. The champion sends out Metagross next, but that's fine. We have Ground-type Hidden Power. Last is Aggron. It's double league to 2 of our moves. We're gonna go for a Brick Break for maximum damage. Yeah, that was never in question. Wow, thank you for throwing the fight, Steven. You know, if you care that much about Beedrill winning, maybe you should like, share, and subscribe too. I mean, that was a pretty amazing run. Beedrill and Ninjask are both awesome in their respective regions. The beginning was pretty tedious for both of them, although I would argue that once Beedrill got past Roxanne, it picked up its momentum pretty well. Here's hoping my pop filter's working. So, Beedrill's final level is level 70. That's 1 higher than Ninjask. Although I would argue half a level because Ninjask was on the cusp of level 70. As for our time, although we had a better beginning, Ninjask did have a much better mid to late game. We finished 6 hours, 19 minutes. That's over an hour slower than Ninjask. But really, the difference between those two is that the no-save potential for Beedrill just was not there. If it could learn Shadow Ball, then yeah, Phoebe would have been a lot easier, and that was the real obstacle, because we would have just popped rare candies from the beginning if we were trying to no-save and go for it. But yeah, Beedrill, level 70 C tier, 619 is B tier. I do think Beedrill belongs in the B tier, though. Next up is Kecleon and Fire Red. See you guys there.